I'm Shannon from Savage Wellness, and today we're going to talk about ab separations, and I'm going to give you some exercises to help them start to heal again. So first we're going to start with just some basics. So what happens when your abs separate is there are two lines of abdominal muscles that come down like this, and the connective tissue that joins them starts to pull apart as you get pregnant, right? And then they just get farther and farther apart. That connective tissue, once you have the baby, is no longer there and solidified anymore. So when you put your fingers in to test, you'll really feel like kind of an abyss as you stick your fingers down. Even as you're holding a crunch, there's nothing stopping your fingers. That's how you know you really have an ab separation. When you've got your hand in there, you can kind of see how many fingers can I fit between the two solid walls that I'm feeling. And that will give you sort of an idea of how wide your separation is. Around 2 centimeters, which is probably about 2 fingertips apart, that's going to be where you're going to really want to take some action and stay away from certain movements and work really a lot towards rehabilitation. What happens also when you've got your ab separation is oftentimes you'll notice as you're engaging your abdominal muscles, they'll kind of poof out almost like a football shape, like a little V out here. You'll see sort of like a pointy ridge as they poof out down the middle. That tells you don't do that exercise. So if you look down while you're in a plank and you see that happening, don't do that. Or try modifying, go onto your knees, see if pulling that belly button in will get the abdominal muscles to flatten out. And in that case, then it's okay to proceed, assuming that your separation isn't too much bigger than 2 centimeters. But along with the exercises to avoid, that does go with planks. And I'll tell you why. So as you've got your abdominal muscles here, and they're kind of pulling apart, and maybe they're even sitting kind of close, but they pull apart when you engage them. So if you think of your ab muscles as one of those pouches, like coin purses from back when we were kids, where you squeeze the two ends and the sides kind of come apart, that's sort of what happens with your ab muscles, right? They're lined up here. As you crunch forward, you're putting pressure this way. It causes them to just pull apart. So anything with crunching movements is just going to exacerbate that separation. Similarly, if you put just a little tension on that coin purse, you haven't pulled those sides apart yet, but there is some tension, and then you hold it upside down, all the coins are going to fall out. So same thing for like a plank position. If you're in a full plank position, you've got a little tension going onto those abdominal muscles, it's not going to heal. That connective tissue is just not going to hold. It's not a good one for you to be doing. So here are some great exercises for you to work on that will help access those transverse abdominal muscles, which are really the ones that kind of wrap around and start holding everything into place again. All right, so we are going to start standing up. You're going to find a blank wall, and you're just going to walk your feet out, kind of lean into it. From here, you've got your whole spine pressed against the wall, and you're just going to take this mid-back, where you sort of have a little bit of a natural curve to your spine, and try to press that into the wall. And as you do that, you're pulling that belly button in towards the spine. So holding that there. If you can't do that without that tummy kind of pooching out, don't do it. You can take your hands. You can take your hands, put them on either side, and kind of push together. You can even go this way, probably easier, as you pull that spine towards the wall, and you're just going to hold it there. And that's just one contraction, holding maybe 5 seconds, and then release. Relax the abdominal muscles, and then try it again. Pull that spine back, pull that belly button in. At the same time, you can work on that pelvic floor, which we all need. You're going to pull that pelvic floor, feel like you're just pulling it up into your abdominal cavity too. So you've got the belly button going in, abdominal muscles, pelvic floor pulling up. And relax. Try to do that maybe 5 times, holding it for 5 to 10 seconds. And this is a great one for you to do a few times a week as you're going through your recovery process. Now, another great one that you can do standing up is just a forward fold where we're engaging the abs. So you're going to hinge forward at the pelvis. Try to keep that spine nice and straight. So we're not rounding forward, of course. we're tipping forward. So stick your booty back and pull that belly button in. You're gonna be at about a 45-degree angle to the floor. You wanna kind of pop that booty up and pull that belly button in. So we're gonna do another contraction here, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, pull it in, hold, pull that pelvic floor up too, and release. Let it just hang, breathe, and then as you breathe again, breathe out and pull that belly button in and try to hold it there. With some breaths, you can take breaths while you hold that contraction and release. And again, this is another one you're going to want to do maybe 5 times and hold 5 to 10 seconds and release. All right, got it? So next we're going to move onto the floor. Actually, the next thing we're going to do in this position is we're going to start giving ourselves a little bit of weight to add to this. So if you're just starting out, this is all you got to do. Just work on, you can even put your hands here to support and just pull in that belly button. Knit that rib cage together, hold it, and contract. Again, we're not here. Really focus on kind of opening up that spine and popping that booty up. All right, the next step, if you do want to make this a little bit harder and you want to start progressing, you're gonna stand in the same position, 45-degree angle to the ground, pull that belly button in and try to hold it there. Hands are just gonna hang toward the ground. From here, keeping the palms facing each other, you're just gonna lift out to the side, hold it, squeeze those shoulder blades together and down your back, pull that belly button in and hold, and release. And ready again, we're gonna pull the belly button in as we lift the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, neck is nice and long and in line with your spine. Pull that belly button in and relax. And again, arms out, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, pull that belly button in, hold that contraction, and relax. So that's another great option that you can add, and here we're also supporting our posture muscles. So we're going to be building up those as we work on that contraction through the shoulder blades, and that's going to help us support our spine. So we're creating that back support by engaging those muscles again and using our rhomboid muscles here to help pull those shoulder blades back. As you breastfeed, as you look at your phone, as you drive, even as you bottle feed, all of these things have us in this position. So we really want to work on that posture because that's only going to exacerbate that separation. The more strength we can get down our spine and supporting our back, the better we're going to be able to heal. All right, so next step, keep that booty popped, belly button in. From here, hands down, palms face the legs. You're going to lift one arm up overhead and one arm back as you pull the belly button in, lift the pelvic floor, hold it, and back down. And again, other side, and down. Keep that belly button contracted the whole time. You can release it in between when you have both arms down, or you don't have to. If you've gotten to this point, you might be advanced enough where you can hold that contraction. So again, no rounding, really focus on staying with the booty popped, chest nice and open, neck in line with the spine. And we'll do it again. Try this one again 5 times on each side. Belly button's in, pelvic floor is pulled up. And switch, keep that pelvic floor up and the belly button pulled in and down, and relax. And that's another one, 5 times, great amount of time to do this. All right, so now we're gonna get down on the floor. I'm gonna change the angle of the video camera for you just a little bit so you can see me better. All right, from here, we're also gonna be working on our glutes and our hips. These also support our back and our abs. So we want to provide as much support through the way that we move our body. We want to create healthy movement patterns. That's the best way to recover. So from here, you're going to start in Side lying position with the knees bent. Hands on the hip, shoulders back and down. Neck nice and long and in line with the spine. And you're just gonna lift those hips up and then pull them forward. So you're squeezing that tush here. Belly button's pulled in, pelvic floor is pulled up into the abdominal cavity, and you're just gonna hold. And then release. Rest, and then we're gonna do it again. Up, pull those hips forward, rib cage together, belly button pulled in, pelvic floor lifted up, and hold. And relax. We're gonna do 3 more times. Ready, lift up, squeeze the tush, pelvic floor lifted, belly button in, and relax. 2 more times. Up, lift, belly button in, and relax. Last one. Up, squeeze the tush, pelvic floor lifted, belly button in, neck nice and long, and relax. From here, we're not going to go into the other side just yet, just because it's easier. You're going to lie down here. We're going to bend the top leg and straighten the bottom leg. This hand's here for balance. The belly button is pulled in and back. Pelvic floor is lifted, and you're just going to lift up this bottom leg. We're going to get our inner thigh muscles. These are our adductor muscles. And we're just going to do 15 or 20 of these here. I'll let you count your own pace. I think I've done about 7. All right, and from here, bend those legs again, straighten the top leg. You're going to turn the toe down, and you're going to lift up here. You're going to get that tush a little bit, and these abductor muscles. Belly button's pulled in. We're engaging the core, lifting the pelvic floor here, and another 15 or 20 here. You can count at your own pace. That's 5, I think. That's 10 for me. All right, now we're going to go on to our back. From here, we're going to do that same abdominal contraction we did against the wall. So, if you need, you grab the sides and you can pull that belly together too as you drop that spine towards the mat and drop the belly button down towards the spine. Lift the pelvic floor. We're not tucking the tailbone. We're just pulling our mid back down to the floor. From here, you're going to hold and release. And then you're going to do it again. Drop that belly button towards the spine. Pull that pelvic floor up. Knit the rib cage together and hold. And release. Another one you can do about 5 times. You can keep doing a few more. And again. All right, moving on. You're going to straighten one leg. Pull that belly button down towards the spine as you lift this leg up and down. And try to keep that belly button pulled down towards your spine as you lift and lower the leg. If you have trouble keeping it pulled down and you start to see that little poof coming up as you lift, don't do it. We're going to make it a little bit easier for you. You're just going to go from here, tabletop position, tap the toe down, belly button in. So that's what I want you to do if you start to see that doming happen. And if you still see it here, then don't do that one at all. And just wait a couple weeks until you feel like you've got a little bit more control back in those abs. But if you're still doing these, keep going. Do about 10 of these. Keep that belly button pulled in, and you can always rest down here and then pull it in again and rest, or just keep it engaged the whole time. And you really want to focus on keeping that knee nice and straight and locked and engaging that quad muscle. That's a great way to really make sure that you're using your abs properly and that you're not just completely using your hip flexors. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Drop that belly button down. That's 4. Really think about using the abs. This is an easy one to do without any ab work at all. I could just completely let go of my abs and work only in my hip flexors by doing this. So you need to think about it, and you need to establish that brain connection to your abs as well. It's been turned off for the last 9 or so months. All right, and rest here. All right, the last one we're gonna do before we do the other side is we're gonna go up onto all 4s. Again, you wanna roll onto the side, push yourself up, and go onto your knees. We're not crunching to sit up. We don't wanna make that ab separation worse. From here, you're just gonna pull that belly button in. You can kind of feel it all hanging down. You're just gonna pull that belly button in towards the spine, pull that pelvic floor up, keep that neck in line with your spine, and hold, and release. And again, pull that belly button in, and hold, and release. And keep going. Do that one another 5 times. Pull the belly button in, hold, and release. Couple more times. Notice I'm not coming here and here. We're not tucking, okay? So the spine's staying straight the whole time. It's just that belly button coming in and then relaxing. Coming in and relaxing. We're putting no tension on the top and bottom of our abs, okay? So I don't want you doing any cat-cows here. The next thing you're gonna do is take one leg, and this is only if you can keep that belly from poofing outward. So pull that belly button in, see if you can lift one leg and the opposite arm and hold that belly button in. Now this may be something you need to wait and try a little bit later. Just gonna alternate sides. Lift, belly button in, lift, and switch sides. And keep going, alternating sides. Keep that belly button pulled in. And again here, I'm not lifting here, no crunching the neck, no arching the back. It's about keeping that spine nice and straight and holding that balance. All right, so you do as many of those as you feel comfortable. 5, 10 on each side is awesome. All right, let's hit up the other side. So now we're here, both knees bent, elbow down, shoulders back and down your spine, neck nice and long. We're gonna lift up the hips, hold them forward, squeeze the tush, belly button in, pelvic floor lifted, and hold, and down. All right, again, lift, squeeze the tush, hips nice and straight, belly button in, and down. We're doing 5 of these today. And down, and again. again. Belly button in. Last one. Hold. Squeeze the tush. Pelvic floor up. Belly button in. And relax. All right, come on down here. Straighten the bottom leg. Bend the top leg. And you're going to lift up here. Belly button's pulled in. Lifting. Inner thigh. That's 10 for me. All right, that's 15 for me. Both legs bent, top leg extends, point that toe down, and lift and lower. Belly button's pulled in, pelvic floor is lifted. That's 10 for me. All right, I'm all done with that one. All right, so again, sitting up, we're not getting out of bed or getting off the floor like this anymore. You're rolling over to the side, pushing yourself up. We really want to protect this area. It's what's going to help keep you moving well and safely for the next, hopefully, super long life. We really want to protect this area. It's going to be what helps keep you moving well and safely for the rest of your life as a mom. And we want to keep you feeling awesome and fit and able to keep up with those little kiddos of yours. All right, hope this helps. Check out my website. Hit me up if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you guys. I have plenty of ab separation workouts in my virtual gym that are safe, so you can continue strength building other places and feeling like you're getting that nice big hearty workout in. But I really want you to focus on this ab work and making sure that you're doing these exercises as well to help heal and so that you can help utilize the abdominal muscles in your healthy movement patterns and create that body that can support your active and healthy lifestyle. All right, good luck. See you later.